Hi, teacher. It's Cole Dvorak. This is my audience for tonight. My parents are unfortunate could not make it tonight over last second things, so sorry about that, but here we go. It's recording. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I want to talk to you folks about the evils of fast food. Now, fast food has been around for ages. The truth is, you can't really escape it. It's everywhere you go, every corner you see. And I wanted to basically talk to you guys about my history of fast food, my experiences. I've been eating fast food since I was a third grader. Not the smartest choice. In college, I was absolutely the worst. My sophomore year of college, I probably went to McDonald's during the school year, my college years, probably 200 times throughout the school year. Now, if you imagine, that would be really bad for the body. And it is. It's very bad. I can actually blame it on my school because they didn't give me any good food at all, so I was forced to get some McDonald's. And it became a very big addiction. The next year, my junior year, I had an obsession with Taco Bell. I almost had the same thing every time, which was a beefy 5-layer burrito, which is basically just mush inside a burrito. And I probably had that probably 100 some times throughout the year. Probably going twice a week at least. So I wanted to think of a topic for my speech that would best relate me to my audience, and I know my audience, typically a younger crowd, would be interested in fast food because we've been around it for a while. So I just want to talk to you about the health concerns when eating this stuff, ways to better avoid it, and ways to eat better. So I'm not going against eating fast food, but the point here is to limit it. Yeah. So just to prove that fast food has been around, there's some interesting facts. 24-hour noodle stands were the first fast food restaurants going back to 205 or 25 205 AD. So it's been there. Wow. Back in medieval times in Europe, cook shops were unsanitary and only served spoiled food. And they were everywhere around Europe. Wow. And the first form of fast food restaurants in America was in New York, in which there were oyster carts by Jonathan Swift. He had the idea of just putting a bunch of oysters on the cart on the streets of New York, and he would actually make a good business. And that's where it kind of started. And if all you want to know, McDonald's was not the first fast food chain. It was White Castle in the 50s. Or the 40s, sorry. So there's your little history lesson. So it's everywhere. Here's some sickening stuff. By the Demand Media by Ivy Morris, journalist, she says that the average fast food meal is 827 calories. And on average, a McDonald's meal is about 1,000 calories. Mm. So for a woman, for calories that they should consume should be anywhere from 1,600 to 2,400. And men should go from anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000. Yeah. And, I mean, a McDonald's meal is already 1,000 calories, so basically for a girl, she already has her calories, and this is bad calories because we're getting excess fat. These are the calories you do not want in your body. So, these fast food calories are all excess, which brings weight risk and health concerns. Fast food also has an effect on type 2 diabetes. Basically what happens is anywhere from, the Lancet article from 2005 says, a statistic saying that if a person is eating fast food 3 times a week on average, he is more likely to gain 10 pounds compared to someone who only eats 1. And it has a higher chance of getting type 2 diabetes. Basically in type 2 diabetes, you have an increase to insulin, resistance, and the body needs insulin. If you don't have insulin, that's not good. When this happens, you don't have regular glucose levels, you create hypertension, and you have a greater risk for cardiovascular disease. Fruits and vegetables will help you through blood vessels, obviously. So when Fast food that's not going to help. Doctor by the name of Gary Plotnick, a cardiologist at the University of Maryland Medieval Center, says within 3 to 5 hours after you eat a meal, your blood vessels already act abnormally. So this is not good for someone who already has, problems with their heart condition and problems with high blood pressure. When you're skinny, you can obviously get away with it. But already, every time you eat, 3 to 5 hours after, your blood vessels are functioning abnormally. And just think, if you're keeping up this pace all the time, there's only a greater risk for later on.
Wow.
So, according to the Public Health Nutrition article, people who eat fast food on a regular basis, 51% are more likely to gain depression. Now, it's not a for sure statistic, but it makes sense because if you're, obviously if you're really obese, it creates the higher chance of getting depression. But there have been studies that actually relating that the fast food itself is depressive, which is really interesting. So where are these burgers made? Where are these fries made? They're made in factories, really big factories, with that has dozens of hundreds of strips of beef from different cattle in different regions blended together. So if you get one bad cow, you're going to have some bad burger. So where are the fries made? The fries are usually made in large factories, frozen and processed. The ingredients include fries or oils, processed, and basically consist of very fatty substances. So here's some more fast food facts for the people. Fast food facts from the Fast Food National. Here we go. Americans will spend, on average, $100 billion over fast food. This actually is more than video games, buying books, watching movies. That is more combined with all of that, which is really crazy. Every day, 1/4 of the U.S. population eats fast food. Children often recognize the McDonald's logo before they actually recognize their own name, which is interesting.
Yeah.
A teenage boy nowadays will get 10% of his daily calories from soda.
Wow.
And American children now get about 1/4 of their total vegetable servings